Hi, everyone. This is my little description of a small claims case I had maybe 20 years ago against Continental Airlines. It had to do with a frequent flyer certificate. In those days, they issued paper certificates, and it had conflicting dates of expiration. One date on the front of the certificate and a different date on the back of the certificate. And I argued that I was allowed to use the further date. And Continental Airlines said, oh no, you must use the earlier expiration date. And I said, well, why? They said, well, that's just, the way it goes. And I said, well, I think the way it goes is I get to use the further one. They disagreed. So I sued them in small claims court in Los Angeles. And this... I'm just going to refer to him as a Nelly Queen, showed up from Continental Airlines, and he came up to me before the case, and he says, you're not going to win this case. We're not going to give you a penny. Wow. I said, okay, all right, then we'll take our chances with the judge. So then the judge says to everyone before it starts, you must go out in the hall and make an effort to settle. So we go out in the hall, and I go up to this Continental Airlines representative. He says, we're not going to settle with you. We're not giving you a penny. We know what you're up to. You're not getting anything. I said, all right, fine. We'll both take our chances inside the courtroom. So then the case happens, and I won very, very quickly. The judge, it was a matter of maybe a minute. And the judge says, well, there's two dates you have conflicting. The consumer has a right to expect the further date. So as I'm walking out of the courtroom, the Nelly Queen from Continental Airlines, he says to me, we're going to appeal. You're not getting a penny. And I'm thinking, no, they're not going to appeal. This has already cost them a bunch of money for, a matter of, I think it was $1,500 I was suing them for. It was the value of a ticket that I had to pay for rather than using an award ticket that I was entitled to use with the certificate. So anyways, he said, we're going to appeal it. Sure enough, they did appeal it. I was really surprised. I couldn't believe it. So it was appealed to Superior Court in Los Angeles, and in Superior Court, both sides are allowed to use attorneys. Continental Airlines shows up with at least 6 attorneys to defend this one little case. But these small claims court cases are really important to airlines. They don't want to lose because it could set a bad precedent. So they showed up with 6 attorneys that they flew out from Houston for this silly little trial against this nasty little consumer. And the Superior Court in Los Angeles, the same court where the OJ trial was held. They do murders and stuff there. And now they're, listening to the appeal from Continental Airlines. So anyways, it didn't take long there either, and they gave their side, all the attorneys, and they all spoke. And, I didn't have an attorney. I just show up, and I said, it's very simple. There's conflicting dates of expiration. I get to use the further date. And the judge, in a matter of minutes, just agreed with me, and he lectured Continental Airlines about something. And anyways, I got paid the money, and that was basically the end of the story. But honestly, for them to appeal to Superior Court was kind of ridiculous. But, I know it had to cost them a lot of money to send out staff to defend this, plus I got the money too. So there was some satisfaction in that. Anyways, thank you for listening. And if an airline has wronged you, take them to small claims court. You may do very well there.